The 1860 United States presidential election was an important moment in the country's history. These elections took place at a time when the American Civil War was approaching. The country was under great tension due to disputes over slavery and other political issues. Lincoln ran as the candidate of the Republican Party and pledged to stop the spread of slavery. In the 1860 presidential election, Abraham Lincoln won with 303 electoral votes. The total number of electoral votes at the time was 303, so he received a majority of votes and was elected. Lincoln's victory caused great concern in the southern states, as his anti-slavery promises threatened secession for some southern states. Southern states reacted against Lincoln's election and some states seceded from the Union. These developments led to the outbreak of the American Civil War. The war began in 1861 and ended in 1865. Lincoln remained in office during the American Civil War and continued his goal of preserving the Union state. At the end of the war, he signed the Emancipation Proclamation, which officially ended slavery. Lincoln was assassinated and died in 1865. But his leadership played a critical role in restoring the unity of the United States and ending slavery. George W. Bush ran as the candidate of the Republican Party and faced off against Al Gore, the candidate of the Democratic Party. This election is of historical significance, especially because of the controversial results in the state of Florida. Some important facts about the U.S. 2000 presidential election. The election results were very close and controversial. George W. Bush declared victory because of the results in the state of Florida, but the results were contested by Al Gore because they were too close. The results in the state of Florida caused a huge controversy. The candidate who won Florida was declared the winner of the election because the number of electoral votes in this state was very important. After a recount and legal battles, George W. Bush was declared the winner in Florida. After Al Gore challenged the election results in court, the United States Supreme Court ended the recount in Florida. On December 12, 2000, the Bush v. Gore decision ruled that George W. Bush had won the election in Florida and was therefore elected President of the United States. George W. Bush was inaugurated as President of the United States on January 20, 2001. Bush's presidency represented an important historical period, with events such as the September 11 attacks and the subsequent War on Terror. Bush was re-elected in the 2004 elections and served a second term as president. In 2009, he handed over the presidency to Barack Obama. John F. Kennedy ran as the candidate of the Democratic Party and competed against his rival, Republican Party candidate Richard Nixon. The 1960 election was one of the first in which the role of television in political campaigns became evident. John F. Kennedy and Richard Nixon faced off in a historic televised debate. Kennedy performed better on television and the debate had a significant impact on the election results. The election results were extremely close. John F. Kennedy won with 303 electoral votes under the electoral vote system, while Richard Nixon received 219 electoral votes. Kennedy's victory was characterized by narrow victories, especially in states with large populations. John F. Kennedy was the first and so far only Catholic president to be elected President of the United States. This was of historical significance because religious discrimination had a long history in the United States and Kennedy's election was an important step forward. Kennedy's presidency was marked by major events during the Cold War. Events such as the Cuban Missile Crisis shaped American foreign policy during his presidency. John F. Kennedy's presidency represents an important period in the history of the United States and is still of great interest and significance. For more content, you can visit our channel.